Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. For this episode, we will be tackling two problems: emotional outbursts and sleep problems. Now, for emotional outbursts, there's a lot of problems relating or leading to it that causes it. Now, you might be wondering, what are some problems that causes emotional outbursts? Well, here are some. The first one being bipolar disorder. The second one being anxiety. The third one being depression. But there are many more in which we could highlight, but at a later time. From emotional outbursts arises many problems. Here are some: irritability, excessive substance abuse, suicidal thoughts and behaviors, anxiety, feeling overwhelmed, headaches, palpitations, chest tightness, depression, anger issues, and many more. Now, from the second problem, which is sleep problems, here are some things that causes it or leads to it: depression, sleep apnea, breathing problems, medications, menopause, pain, stress, and many more. Now, from sleep problems arises many problems, but the three most paramount ones are: sleep problems can disrupt your thinking, school, or work performance. It can also have a devastating toll on your mental health as well as your physical health. Follow me on this journey as I speak to other young Papua New Guineans just like yourselves who have gone through these issues or phases and have come out stronger, all by working on their mental health. Stay tuned.
Okay, hi guys, my name is Vui Kulo Oli, and I come from Central and Manus, more specifically Iripara and Low Island, and yeah.
What do you do for a living, Vui?
Alright, so I graduated with bachelor's in medical laboratory science, so that's what I'm doing right now. My job title is medical laboratory scientist, and we deal with bodily fluids and all that in the hospital. Yeah.
Cool stuff, brother. So, thank you for taking part, first of all, in this mental health project thing. And as you know, bad mental health is a common thing found in Papua New Guinea, especially amongst the youths. And first of all, do you think that, like, for us to progress as a country, do we need to address this issue, this ongoing thing about a deteriorating mental health in our society?
Yeah, sure. It's something that needs to be addressed, although there's not a lot of light shined on it. So yeah, I think it has to be put out there, and there has to be more awareness about it, because you'll find that whenever you know a lot about something, the more you're better at handling and managing it and all that. So yeah.
All right. The problems we're going to talk about, there are two problems we're going to talk about today, which is emotional outbursts and sleep problems. Now, do you think emotional outbursts and sleep problems are like a common thing or a common phase that a lot of young Papua New Guinean individuals are going through?
Yeah, I definitely think it is a part of life, although it's not really like a phase. It may depend on various factors depending on each individual, because like I always say, everyone's different, and there are different factors that affect everyone else's life. So yeah, I think there needs to be more awareness on this topic, because as it is in Papua New Guinea, most of the problems and issues that young people face is due to lack of awareness about it. So yeah, I really think there needs to be more awareness, and that's a good start for it.
All right. So you said that you're a doctor, right?
No, I'm not a doctor. I'm a.
But you're in the field of medicine.
Yeah, I'm in the field of medicine.
All right. So you do understand, like, you do have a general knowledge of how the human body functions and all that.
Yes, I do.
Yes. So this according to science, like between 7 and 8 hours of sleep is paramount for you to have as an individual on a daily basis if you want to avoid losing your brain cells or
Yeah,
ruining your body and all that, which contributes to your mental health going bad. Now, as you've noticed, like in Papua New Guinea, especially in the young generation, like we tend to stay up late at night and sometimes we tend to oversleep. Now, would you care to shine some light on how these could be bad things for your state or your physical well-being as well as your mental health?
All right, so the average healthy hours of sleep one can get is around 8 hours. Anything less than that can be detrimental to your mental health. But I'd say 8 hours is the minimum. Although you can get away with it if you could manage your sleep debts, as I call it. So if you can manage your sleep debt, then you could balance out and make up for the loss of sleep that you have. But that would come with like a very flexible timetable if you have. But if you don't, then it's paramount that you get at least 8 hours of sleep. Another thing is our lifestyle, because these days, as technology increases, we tend to spend more time on our phones, on our laptops, computers, and inevitably we spend unnecessary time on these gadgets, and we tend to lack in sleep. So I may have to go and look up the proper what you call this stages of sleeping, and how long you should take to sleep to reach those important stages of sleeping. But right now I won't dive into that. Yeah.
All right. So other than that, are there any things that contribute to your mental health going bad or deteriorating that you want to add on?
Yeah.
That you see common, sorry to cut you off, but that you see common in Papua New Guinea, like especially in the younger generations, that they end up thinking it's a norm or it's normal, but it actually is very, very bad for you.
All right. So one very common thing that I see amongst the young generations in Papua New Guinea is we aren't because of taboo and how our culture is, we aren't open to talking about personal issues. Like for example, if another brother of mine has been going through relationship problems, it would be healthy if he came out and said, "Hey bro, what's up? Look, I've got this thing going on. It's really bogging me down. Can we talk about it?" That something as simple as that can take someone a very long way in terms of mental health. And I see that because of our culture, like as men, we should take on all these problems and shoulder them. We can't really share these burdens, because once we do that, we're not considered men. And that's what I think, like in our society today, that's one of the toxic, for lack of a better term, I would say. Yeah, and I think that if more of our youths are open towards especially the men or the guys are open to talking about problems and issues, I think that would be a great help towards like mental problems and issues, and helping to manage them and deal with them, and finding solutions for the issues that the individual men and women are going through. Yeah.
I see. So now with the solutions for these problems stated by us, so I personally come to the gym, I read a book as an escape, or I go for a hike to better my mental health.
Yeah.
But what do you do? I'm more interested in what you do to better your mental health.
Okay. So I personally found that going to the gym has really helped me in terms of my mental health. Like I said, because of our culture, I didn't feel that I was open to sharing my problems, and so I had to find an escape route for all this built up energy, negative energy that had accumulated over the years. So a friend of mine introduced me to the gym, and then after that, I found that going to the gym not only helps like physically and your physical health, but it also helps mentally. It is therapeutic to our mental health to some degree, and I think that for me personally, that has helped me very much in my times of struggling with certain problems in my life. Yeah.
So, how often do you go to the gym?
On average, I'd say 3 to 4 days a week.
3 to 4 days a week.
Yeah, I'd spend probably an hour to 3 hours on average, just working out.
And what else do you do to fix other than that? Like, do you read books, or do you go for hikes? Do you go watch a movie? Do you go for a fun time to chill?
I do those stuff, although I'm more of an introvert, so it's not something that I'd take the first step in doing. Mm-hmm. Although if I was invited to, then I'd be open to it. So I have brothers and friends that always look out for me. So whenever I'm down under the weather and all that, they actually come up to me and ask me if I want to join in this or that, and I'm like, yeah, sure, why not? So apart from going to the gym, just socializing with other people just helps me take things off my mind. So
So my final request for you is that before we end this, would you care to give a piece of advice to any young Papua New Guinean out there that might be going through these issues and is looking for an escape? Would you care to give them a piece of advice?
Oh yeah, sure. So to anyone out there that's going through stuff, it's more relevant in our society to go out drinking and partying and taking drugs. I'd advise you not to, because these are all short-term solutions, and what I would suggest is find solutions such as going to the gym, for me, as I've said, or socializing with other people, so that you find an escape route that is healthy for both you and the society around yourself. I think that's gonna be helpful for someone who's watching this.
All right. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, this is my interview with Vui. Thank you, Vui.
No
You have a
worries.
great one, mate.
You too.